This was a good push day. Got enough exercises in. Focused on chest a little bit. I think I've mentioned before, lately I've just been focusing on chest for my push days. I've actually kind of gotten, I want to say lazy, but I've been trying to simplify things. Make sure I do my compound exercises. For example, with the bench press, it's a compound exercise. It's a push exercise, and it works the chest, the triceps, and the front delts. Amongst other things, if you want to be technical, but those are the main areas. I believe even the chest and triceps are considered the primary muscles that are targeted, and front delts, I think, are secondary. I may be mistaken, but I know there's like primary, secondary, and then kind of tertiary, or like supporting or accessory. I think there's another word I'm looking for, but like accessory muscles or whatever. That, they could be supporting muscles. Like for this exercise and bench press, biceps, technically, are used when you're going down for the, I guess, concentric. I always get those confused. Coming down though, but you're not targeting you're not going to get big biceps from doing bench press, but you're still technically using your biceps, just like technically with squats you're using your hamstrings. Even with bench press, you could use your legs on the leg drive, but you're not going to get your muscles bigger. They're just being used. You use your lower back, like I mentioned in another previous leg day video. Lower back is used to support your squats. Same thing with core is used to support your squats, and also kind of your core supports all your lifts, and definitely all your big lifts, all your standing lifts. So your compound exercises are definitely important. If they're working more muscles. So I guess arriving to my earlier point is that, like I've mentioned before as well, you can hit all your push day muscles with, maybe one compound exercise, and then or 1 to 2 compound exercises, and like an isolated, pretty much between, I would say, 2 and 3 exercises, because your side delts aren't worked. So that's why I do lateral raises right after bench press. So then if I do those 2 exercises, all my push day muscles have been worked one way or another. They've been targeted. So I had the drop set on that 3rd set for bench press, getting the higher reps. I still didn't quite get to finish out the 19 reps, I think it was, for the 3rd set. And I'm trying to get 3 sets of 20. So lately it's been like, just like this day, on the first 2 sets I could get the reps I'm going for, and then the 3rd set I can't quite get it out, but I do the drop set, so it'll help me push through that. Then heading over to lateral raises to target the side delts. Lighter weights, higher reps, and I think I might do a drop set on this 3rd set here. So that was the 2nd set. Then I'm going to start the 3rd set. This exercise also technically targets your trapezius. I think it is secondary though. Side delts are the primary. I'm pretty sure that what makes a compound exercise compound is if there's more than one primary muscle. The exercise has only one primary muscle. Even if there's other secondary muscles, then it's an isolated exercise, or isolation exercise, whatever the term is. So I'm grabbing some lighter dumbbells here. and just really crank it out, squeezing out every last drop of effort I can from my side delts. Maybe not every last drop, but pretty close. They were more tired than it probably looked. And going to pec flies. This has definitely been helping me widen my chest and get it nice and full. 27.5-pound dumbbells here. And I remember this day, especially after that drop set on bench. Just the whole bench, all 3 sets in general was a lot, especially all the reps. And then the drop set is really, really wearing it down. Then coming over to here, you might tell it's a little bit slow, especially on the 3rd set. It was just really a challenge, and my chest was already sore by this point. But I still wanted to do the pec flies. So I did just the regular 2nd set. I think actually this might have been 12 reps. So this is probably going to be the last day I'll be using the 27.5 pounds. And I'm going to move up in weight, lower the reps. Probably just go up to 30s. I don't know if I want to do 32.5, 30 or 32.5, and then do 8 to 10 reps, depending on how I feel to start. Sometimes if I up the weight, even if I feel like I can do 10 reps, I'll still just do 8 because it's still an upgrade in a way. And I notice if I'm pushing myself, if I'm giving full effort all the time, I can only go so far. And I can only stay so consistent. So there are some days that, honestly, lately the gym has kind of been feeling like a chore in a way. It's still fun. I still enjoy it. But a lot of days I just want to get in there, do 2 or 3 things I know I have to do, especially cardio. And then if I do more, I'm usually like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make myself do it. Sometimes I don't really want to, but I'm like, I got the time. I'm going to do it because this is something I need to do. It's something I want to work on. I know it's something I want. So I'm doing it. But, so like for example, yesterday I had a pull day, and I was thinking I may have had a little more energy to do another exercise or 2, but I had already did 5 lifts and my cardio, and it was nice kind of leaving with that desire of wanting to lift just a little bit more, because then that's kind of a guarantee you'll come back to the gym. So long story short, just kind of not trying to wear myself down too much. Not wanting to exhaust myself. Especially, I've never really been an athlete. So, and especially in my adult life, I mean, I've been pretty active. I try to be active. I would go on walks every day. I'm not sedentary, at least not completely. But I was never in school. I did do sports really young, but I do have some health complications with my nose, but never did sports all the time. Skateboarded a little bit, but was never really super good at it. So it's kind of, I guess I'm still kind of getting used to the lifestyle in a way. And then weightlifting is a whole different thing, because some things like cardio, if you just do cardio, even back when I only did cardio, I would just go on runs every day. I would be energized for the rest of the day. I would get up in the morning, go on my run, mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, whatever I was at the point. And then, especially once I got it up to like 20 minutes every day, I would just feel great the rest of the day, especially after having my coffee. When I get tired, it would energize me. But lifting weights, it's like now just about every time I get home from the gym, I'm ready to take a nap. I'm like, God damn, I'm tired. Especially the way I lift weights. It is specifically to gain as much muscle as I can. So it definitely tires you out. But there we have a push day.